I get in trouble whenever I talk about this stuff on my main account, so I'm going to talk about it here. Because what's happening right now is totally epic. It's an intense time to be alive, and not a lot of people know it. And for me, everything has to logically add up, and it does. Basically, if you haven't realized that some very bad people are being exposed right now, and that's intentional. Like P. Diddy. Why didn't we do this sooner? Because let's just say we didn't have a clear shot. Like, we could have taken him out, but our world supported corruption. There was a playground for corrupt people to play in. So whether you took P. Diddy out, his friends would just hop in his seat. There would be people that would do what he did. We needed to wait until we had a replacement system, a way to patch up these holes that corruption was getting through. Back in the day, you could hide a lot of dirty stuff. We were using fax machines, filing papers. You just blow up that building and all the paperwork is gone, all the evidence. But in a digital world, it's not so easy for them to hide. Now, it's not completely digital, but we're entering a completely digital world where you cannot hide anything. And if you say, that scares me, why? You buy a lot of stuff at Target, nobody cares. Are you people trafficking? Are you drug trafficking? Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. Edward Snowden said we want bad guys to make bank transfers because then we can find them. So basically, we're at the point where we can finally clean up the world. Because really close after that cleanup is new technology that will support a world that is free from corrupt individuals. And also we can clean it up much better. It must have been hard to just let them do what they were doing, and knowing that it wasn't a good idea to take them out right away. And also, we kind of led them into a trap that would clean it up pretty good. And that trap was a little trick on the world. Now, when this trick first happened, I thought, oh shit, this is World War II stuff. When are the trains and the boxcars rolling up to come and get us? They're going to close off the freeway system. I see what they're doing. But then I realized it wasn't bad for us. It was bad for them. It was a trick for them. It was to make them think that their plan was working, that they could totally control the entire world, that they could really pull this off, that they could get us to line up and slowly get rid of us. But we pulled that plan for them, and we made it seem like they had it in the bag, and that we were fighting back. And then we're still doing that. Oh no, I hope Trump gets in the White House. It doesn't matter who gets in the White House. This is a much deeper problem, okay? This is bad people who want to control the entire world, take away freedom forever, enslave the entire world. Tyrants, they have the same tricks, scams, and playbooks. They're completely predictable. And the one thing that they do not do, they are not smart, and they do not create new technology. They don't create innovation. They just hear about it and they go, what's up? What's up? Cars that don't use gasoline? Let's go and control that technology. Let's make sure not a lot of people get that, because oil industry is our cash cow. Medical industry is our cash cow. We can't have things that are fast and efficient. You know, we had laptops where you could transfer information through light. A lady in the 90s used it, and then they suddenly got rid of it and started selling us little flash drives that we had to store information. We had to buy something. They don't want us sending data through light that is free. Our world could be so much farther along if it wasn't for greedy tyrants who made sure that they held the power. So you can clean up the corrupt guys, then they're going to tell their buddies, you better clean up the whole entire world at once. Okay? It's like cockroach infestation. You want to clean up 2 cockroaches? There's going to be cockroaches everywhere still. You got to clean up all the cockroaches, and then you need to bulldoze down that house. Quite literally, this is what we're doing, and build a new house that cockroaches can't get into. And that's Web 3. And that's a new decentralized web infrastructure. We're going to have a peer-to-peer world. Star Trek stuff. We're already doing it. This is Web 2.5. Our apps are going to turn into dApps, decentralized apps. And the metaverse will probably be finally free. Free from censorship, which is good guys plan that. Oh no, you can't say that. Gets us to talk, gets us to wake up, makes the bad guys think they're winning. They don't care that it's mentally screwing us up. We're free. Unfortunately, the only thing the good guys could do for us is protect our rights. We do have freedom of speech. But these apps, it's like walking into somebody else's house. You can't say whatever you want. That's their house. It's a privately owned app. They have to play by the rules. In a Web3 space, not privately owned, publicly owned. And guess who's the middleman? AI. And guess who gets to make the decisions collectively? Us. It's like a democracy for the world. No shady politicians talking in our face saying, we're going to work for you. We're done with you, politicians. You corrupt, dirty, rotten scoundrels. AI, they don't want AI. Because an AI says, that's not logical. That's not efficient transaction. They don't want an AI. And AI is like the nerd in the office that's like, hey, what are you guys doing? You can't do that. That's not right. You got to follow the rules. Dirty politicians just care about shoving money in their pockets. And they probably have been approached by a lot of people with money saying, hey, pass this for me. Hey, do that for me. It's very dirty. It's very corrupt. And I often wonder if our founding forefathers saw this, because how could they be so negligent to allow money in politics, or to not create something in the Constitution that prevented this from happening, because our founding fathers know that money corrupts. And the only thing I can think of is that they knew that this was our only way to see the corrupt individuals. That we could go in there double agent style and say, hey, you want this bag of money? And if you say yes, you're a corrupt individual. By their fruits you shall know them. It's really not hard. You can tell a corrupt individual, like at that level. Trump's not one of them. He's not a politician. He's just a businessman. You think they're going to find an honest person in the political world that's never faced real situation, that never had to put out any real value in the world? As a business person, you got to make sure that you're actually creating something people want. You got to be really honest with yourself. And if you want people to see you as a leader, you need to build the world up and keep it positive and keep it moving. Not play little manipulations and start laughing like Kamala Harris says every time somebody asks you a question. Answer the question. So everything adds up. It all adds up. And no matter what happens, there's a clip of Trump, and he's looking to his side, and he's going, he's not sweating shit. We got this in the bag. We're way smarter than the bad guys. They're fucked. Trump says the best is yet to come. It is. Sorry we couldn't tell you everything that was going on. Sorry he said some stuff that didn't make sense. He cares more about protecting your freedom and returning power to the people. And the way that we return power to this country and the rest of the world is through new technology that's going to literally shift the power back from the corrupt 1% that have held power for centuries back to the people of the world. We're saying, well, you're going to take their money out of their bank account? No, the money's going to stop flowing to them and start flowing to us.